Facebook ads feels like a minefield right now, with your ads getting blown to shreds by $100 CPMs, and it just feels like every time you spend $100, you get 30 link clicks, no sales, and despite how many ads you just shove in that Facebook engine to fix it, the results are just still in the toilet. Now the worst part is you think you're doing everything right to combat this with these creative variations of different hooks, headlines, and call to actions on your ads, but with the latest Post-Andromeda update, Facebook has completely changed their algorithm and it is literally working against you. Now I'm currently scaling multiple winning products to over $5,000 a day, as you can see right here, but I have personally seen firsthand this shift in ad performance and how you can test 10 different ads on Facebook, but it treats it like one ad that it just keeps showing to the same person. So in this video, I want to break down why all these creative variations you're doing right now are just lighting money on fire, and my new criteria that I've been using to get both my video and image ads to perform and scale without being completely ignored by Facebook with high CPMs and high cost per clicks. Alright, so we all know creative diversification is the most important thing with Facebook ads, but I want to break down what it meant in the past versus what it actually means today. Now, for the last 7 years I've been in ecom, creative diversification was really simple. Basically, you just pick one angle, one framework, and then you would make one base ad, and then you would change one variable about said ad. So if I was making a video ad, let's say it's a problem solution video, what I would do is I would make the one base video, and then I would change usually the hook. So I'd have 4 different hooks along with the first one I did, and then I have 5 ads right there. And Facebook would take these variations and show it to different segments of my audience. So if my audience pool is about 20 million people, ad 1 would be seen by around 5 to 10,000, and then ad 2 would be seen by a different pool of 5 to 10,000, and so on and so on. But basically, each ad had its own fair shot of reaching people and becoming a winner on its own. But now with the latest Post-Andromeda update, Facebook's algorithm has gotten so much smarter at recognizing similar ads. So now when you launch with 5 ads, which is really just the same video with a different hook, what Facebook is going to do is show all these variations to the same group of people. It's the same with 10,000 instead of having separate groups of 10,000. And that's why your frequency is skyrocketing, your CPMs are skyrocketing, and your CTRs are going down to Davy Jones' locker. So all your new product tests just essentially are failing right out of the gate. So now the questions become, how do we make each one of our ads feel unique in Facebook's eyes so it has a fair shot of working? And then how do we actually create a good batch of ads that are unique without going insane, spending weeks creating all these brand new concepts? Those are excellent questions, kid, and rare. But basically what we need to do is take bigger creative swings when we're making our ads. So let's break this down by format, starting with video ads, and then we'll get into image ads. So over the last few weeks of extensive laboratory testing, my eureka moment to discover creative diversification among your video ads is just changing up 2 variables, both the hook and the body. So as a quick little refresher, when I test a product, I like to pick one avatar and then have 4 unique angles or messages, however you want to call it. But when I choose an angle like shaving armpits, I then will choose a framework. So for instance, frameworks can be images, so before and after, testimonial, and then videos, it could be problem solution, before and after. But when I choose a framework, now with this latest update, it becomes essential not only just to write different hooks, but to also write different bodies. So as you can see, I have this structure right here where it goes hook, problem solution, product demo. But then this other one here is hook, initial reaction, benefit solution. So it's a different order of clips, so that way these scripts, even though they're pretty similar, have a different feel to them in Facebook's eyes. So let's apply this practically to selling a neck firming cream. So the angle for this one is going to be getting rid of your turkey neck, which is the main way that they describe their problem. And then we're going to do a framework of before and after. So after I do that, I then like to write out my different hooks. So I have different styles in which I do my hooks. So one could be a problem, one could be a benefit, one could be more a contrarian hook. So saying that you don't need to do common solution to be able to get the result you want. And then an identity call would just be saying, here's the problem. Here's how you think about your current situation. Then you can do a story time hook, and then you can do framework specific, meaning that for a before and after video, there's a lot of times going to be specific hooks for that type of framework, which is, this is how I went from this to this. And then once I write out my hooks, I'll write out my first script choosing one of the structures that is already inside my one-on-one program. So as you can see here, this is the script I did for the first ad, which is problem, then solution, product intro, results, call to action. For the hook, I did a framework specific one, but now how do I make another ad that feels different without having to spend hours rewriting a whole new script? Well, as we can see, we chose a different hook. So this time we went with the problem-oriented hook, and then we did product intro as the next clip, which in our first ad, we didn't do that. We went into more problems to aggravate and try to relate a little bit more because maybe that's the script that's going to resonate with people. But instead, we went right to the point and we got right into a few benefits. And again, these benefits across different ads are going to be relatively similar. I do like to just rewrite them a little bit. So as an example, so with this benefit, a lot of my audience has heard these really crazy bold claims and they're kind of mute to them. So I said, now this didn't happen happen overnight to actually be realistic with them so they more relate to my ad, but I'm shocked to see my horizontal folds tightening up and slowly going away. I said something almost verbatim in this script right here. So as we can see, I've definitely noticed my horizontal folds tightening up and slowly going away. It's the exact same line, but it just in the beginning, I said it uses this ingredient called match robust. So just a little bit different. So the message remains the same, but these scripts are just a little bit different. They have a slightly different hook and a slightly different body and structure. And then the last way you can make each one of your video ad scripts different is, of course, you're going to change up the hook, but you can still have the same body structure if you choose to remove or add lines. So in this case, you're split testing the length of the ad. So with ad number 2, the structure is hook, product intro, benefits, call to action. And then at ad 3, it's the same exact structure, but instead we decided to do 2 benefits instead of 3. Instead of a longer product intro, we did a slightly shorter one. And then the call to action also is a bit shorter. It's a softer call to action compared to a little harder of a call to action where it's a bit more in your face. So again, we're split testing here, and each one of these ads took me maybe an extra 5 minutes to write, but they're going to be seen as unique in Facebook's eyes. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far and want to see more strategies just like this one, then leave a like and subscribe because I drop weekly bangers of the latest strategies that I'm using to scale my ecom brands. So the main takeaway is when you are testing ads, and that big keyword is testing, because we're going to get into a little later in this video how to scale your winning ads when you have one. But when you are testing, you need to signal true creative diversification to Facebook by changing up both the hook and the body of these ads. All right, so now let's get into how to make your image ads unique. But first, I want to play a little bit of a game with you. So comment down below if you think that these ads are different enough for Facebook to consider them to be unique. So they have a slightly different headline, different color, and a different model. So are these unique ads in Facebook's eyes? Well, straight from the horse's mouth with Facebook and just from my own image ad testing, I found that these variations are not enough to be considered unique. So let's actually break it down. The first thing you do have to change is your copies. So your benefits, your headlines, ideally the main thing is that you change up the headlines. So did they do that? We have super sale and then we have get 60% off, but the today only at the top is exactly the same. So it is changing it a little bit. It could be a little bit better, but I would say they are just barely making that criteria. But the big thing that makes these ads exactly the same is that the visual style, the second element, is exactly the same. The structure, we have a model on the left, benefits on the right, headline at the top, and then at the bottom we have social proof. It is exactly the same visually. Just because there's a different model doesn't make it enough of a change. You actually have to change up the composition. So you would want to have benefits in a different place, potentially the model in a different place, maybe no model, maybe having the headline a little bit lower. You actually have to change up the template you're using. And you don't even have to change the framework that you choose for the angle. So let's say, for instance, we go back to my get rid of turkey neck example. If I wanted to do a before and after image ad, I could do that, but I would just want to make sure each one is a different framework. So this style right here, we have the before and after that is full screen, then a comment. This one we have you won't believe the after, but each one of these is a before and after. It is the same framework, but they're slightly different in terms of the visual design and hierarchy. So as a practical example, if I was selling these shoes that help with foot pain, as we can see right here, this is the first style. So it's a benefit call it ad. We have a strong headline, and then we have the benefits below the image of the shoes. Then we go to this next ad. It has a different headline, and the benefits are over here to the left, and we have the product all the way at the bottom. So although it is very similar, in fact, the benefits are exactly the same among these ads, the visual hierarchy is different, and the headline at the top is different. So therefore, these are their own unique ads, even though they're the same framework. And that's why it's more important than ever. If you want to get results similar to mine or my top students as well, you need to have a library of plug and play image frameworks and video structures so that you can make each ad unique and give yourself the best chance of making your product working. So if you want to personally get access to my full library of plug and play ad templates plus plug and play website templates that are proven that each one of these has done over 6 figures personally for me in sales, then click that first link in the description down below and apply to join my one-on-one program, where you're not only going to get access to all these amazing plug and plays, but you get 5 weekly calls with yours truly where I will review your website, your ads, and your product selection, so you get all of your questions answered and you know exactly what you've been doing right, but more importantly, what you've been doing wrong with your dropshipping store and how you can fix it to get your first winning product. All right, so now we know how to make both our video and image ads unique in Facebook's eyes without wasting tons of time. But what do we do when we actually get our winning ad? Well, this is where it sounds a little contradictory, but I do my variations. So if we had a winning angle, let's say it's pain-free full body shaving, and we did it as a problem solution video, this is where I'm doing those variations that we talked so down upon in the beginning, because at this point you've already validated that this angle works, and you've also validated that that specific script that you use also works. So at that point, I can change little variables and we can get new winning ads that stem from that original winner. So this is where, yes, I'm doing new hooks, so both the visual and the script. I will also consider having the same hook, but changing up the body a little bit so we can add a new problem. We can change up the length of the ad, which we talked about earlier, by either removing or adding lines in terms of the structure of the ad. We could change up the music or the voiceover, or change up the B-roll. A lot of times when you study the best brands, they will have 5 ads that are crushing for them, which are basically the exact same, but they have a different creator saying the script or different B-roll. And that does make the ad unique in Facebook's eyes when you already have that winner. But in terms of the bigger swings that we can do to even 2 or 3x the original performance of our original winning ad, this is where we would try new frameworks and formats. This is the things you want to really prioritize. So if we knew our original winning ad was a problem solution video, then I would go back and I would say, okay, can I potentially do this same message, but as a before and after framework? And if so, that's what I want to do next. Or I could try an all different new format. So if it was a video problem solution, maybe I'll try it as an image next, as a social proof image with the same message. Because at the end of the day, we know that that message is validated, but that means that message could work across a lot of different frameworks. Because it's almost never the framework that made that ad a winner, and everything to do with the message itself. And then really the final 2 things you can do is take that validated message, take the validated framework, and then just market to a different awareness level. So for most ads, you're going to be marketing to people that are solution aware. They know the different solutions out there, but you could also try angling it to people that are problem aware, or maybe they're just unaware altogether of the different solutions and the problem that the regular razors are causing onto them and why they should make a switch to your specific product. Now, the other thing that you can do is just having custom content. So as we mentioned earlier, we did talk about how you can change B-roll, but at a certain point, if you have a validated script, a validated message, try to get custom content of actual creators saying it, and a lot of times it will perform better than the original clips that you were just kind of scraping together from the internet. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far and want to see more strategies just like this one, then leave a like and subscribe, because I drop weekly bangers of the latest strategies that I'm using to scale my ecom brands.